serving the internet.
YouTube makes a huge announcement. We're talking about marketing enemas, how UGC can be your best ad asset, and an iconic brand sets a new bar for marketers. They even hit a high note. It's Monday, May 1st, 2023. Let's nerd out.
Ad Nerds Podcast.
The Ad Nerds Podcast delivers ad industry news every weekday. We're the go-to source for people who spend money on advertising, covering big brands, small businesses, and the latest marketing trends. It's me, Spanky Moskowitz, the show's host and a nearly 40-year vet of the ad industry. I've created campaigns for M&M's, Budweiser, Frito-Lay, the NFL, NBA. I've created over 100,000 ads, generating hundreds of billions in client revenue. If you're in or interested in the world of advertising and want to stay up to date with the latest news, the Ad Nerds Podcast is the perfect place to start.
Ad Nerds Podcast.
And we start today's show with breaking news. And I don't have a breaking news sounder. I need something that's like like an urgent. Okay, I don't have one. YouTube has announced a new advertising format for its short form video platform, Shorts. At the 2023 New Fronts presentation in New York today, YouTube revealed that marketers can access brand inventory, brand advertising, curated content, and first slot inventory. According to YouTube's Vice President of Agency and Brand Solutions, Kristen O'Hara, the platform is expanding its video reach ads to Shorts, which will use AI to maximize brands' reach through a blend of skippable and 6-second ads. YouTube's also expanding its YouTube Select tool to Shorts, allowing advertisers to choose between curated packages of content. In addition, YouTube is adding a slot of inventory that will enable advertisers to purchase the first ad slot in that a viewer sees when they start a short scrolling session, kind of the way TikTok does it. However, the format will only be available against YouTube Select videos to start, with plans to expand it more broadly later on. Now, despite recent economic challenges that have affected the entire ad industry, Shorts has been gaining momentum. In the fourth quarter of 2022, Shorts generated 50 billion daily views, and the number of channels uploaded to Shorts grew over 80% the same year. Additionally, YouTube made Shorts monetizable for creators through revenue sharing back in February.
Ad Nerds Podcast.
AI in advertising isn't going anywhere, and WPP, agency holding company, huge, monster, giant behemoth, they're embracing it. During a recent investor meeting, CEO Mark Reed shared that they felt good about their top-line performance. They met their 2.9% growth expectations. But there's something else that's also been on WPP's radar lately. Try to say that fast 5 times. And it's generative AI, which I have talked a lot about the last few weeks on the show. While the release of ChatGPT itself has stoked fears across creative agencies that people will become irrelevant and the technology could replace agency jobs, when asked if AI could lead to higher margins but lower revenues for WPP's content and creative budgets, Reed responded with a decisive no. He said that he didn't think AI was going to make people suddenly more creative or shorten the creative process. The amount clients pay for work, ideation, strategy, and account management is going to remain unchanged. In fact, generative AI will lead to greater volume of creative assets, resulting in more work in line with what WPP does on a fixed price basis. Reed said the creatives need not worry about job security. In all of their experience with technology to date in the WPP business ecosystem, it tends to create more jobs than it destroys. WPP has been using AI extensively in their businesses for a number of years, such as in Group M's media business, Hogarth Worldwide's creative production work for all channels that consumers need, and to target media, optimize campaigns, and create audiences. Remember, you've been using it too. If you advertise across Google, Facebook, TikTok, all of those things, AI works in all of them to get your ads in front of the right people. So don't fear it. Generative AI, though, now factors into creative for major ad campaigns like AKQA, Bloom's campaign for Chilean plant-based meat company, Notco, which I also talked about a few weeks ago. I'll try to link back to that in today's show notes. AI-generated images created using ChatGPT's Midjourney and Stable Diffusion show what livestock animals such as pigs, cows, and chickens would look like if they lived to an old age in those ads. So again, you got to go back and look at that AKQA ad, which I did feature in the podcast. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I'll make sure I link back, or my team puts that link back in there. According to Reed, what's changed in the last 6 months is the application of generative AI to the creative process and the production of language, video, and imagery through AI. This has allowed them the opportunity to use it much more creatively. And for the rest of 2023, WPP predicts 3 to 5% year-over-year growth. So I will say this, as I've been saying it for weeks: do not fear AI. Do not fear like it's the Grim Reaper here to take your jobs. It's not. It's here to help you and to accelerate development of creativity. Coming up, a UGC ad that captures the emotion of life's moments and how you can do this in your small business too.
The most nerdy. It's time for an Ad Nerds podcast.
Ad zombies can make your brand sing. It's time to face the music. Your brand, your business needs a tune that sticks in people's heads. You know, an earworm, something that people can't stop singing. That's where jingles come in. Jingles by ad zombies, of course. Picture this: a jingle that grabs your brand's essence, but also gets stuck in everyone's head. Winning! A memorable jingle sets you apart from your competition, strengthens your brand identity, and has customers singing your praises literally. So if you're ready to turn your brand into a chart topper, let Ad Zombies Jingle Creation Service hit all the right notes. Go to adzombies.com today, and soon you'll be singing our praises too.
Ad Nerds podcast.
Ad Nerds Podcast.
Teleflora, the flower company, the flower delivery company, has released a touching campaign for Mother's Day that focuses on the emotional challenges of parenthood, which buck the industry norm of cheerful and sentimental marketing. The 60-second ad, called The Hardest Part, a Teleflora love story, is centered around the bittersweet feelings of loosening the parental grip on children, letting them grow to become independent.
From their first steps to the last time you picked them up. From stop, I'm not a baby anymore, to their last night at home. From their first heartbreak to their everlasting love. And from an old love to a brand new one. The hardest part about being a mom isn't letting you grow.
You have a good day, okay?
It's letting you go. This Mother's Day, let her know you never left.
The ad features user-generated content of mothers and their children capturing emotional milestones such as the first day of school, weddings, and college moves. And the ad concludes with a real-life mother and son promoting Teleflora's fresh flower bouquets with the message, "This Mother's Day, let her know you never left." The campaign was created by Teleflora's in-house agency, the Wonderful Agency, and will be distributed widely across digital platforms, including TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and connected TVs. The brand's VP of Marketing, Danielle Mason, said the ad promotes a human truth that we, through advertising, hadn't touched before. Thought advertising hadn't touched before. Sorry, I'm quoting her. I messed up her quote. Daniela, forgive me. Small businesses can create impactful advertising campaigns like this at a very affordable price. And you guys have to think about this. User-generated content, your fans, your followers, your brand loyalists, they can generate content that adds authenticity to your ads. So encourage your customers to share their experiences and related stories and use that to help generate content that resonates with more people in your target audience. Small businesses can also leverage social media platforms to reach the target audience more efficiently. And if you're using social media to showcase your products and highlight customer reviews and engage with their audience, social media advertising is probably one of the most cost-effective ways to reach broader audiences. Also, for you small business owners that say, I can't do this, because I hear this a lot, small businesses can utilize DIY video tools and editing software to create high quality video content. And lots of these tools are free. And some of them have like no cost, some of them are low cost, but they can all create amazing videos that showcase the brand and its product. Liquid Death, the canned water brand, is taking the beverage industry by storm with their edgy marketing, packaging, and smart social media strategy. And I got to tell you, I am a huge fan of what they're doing on the marketing side. Liquid Death has become more than just a water brand, generating as much buzz as booze brands, if not more, with its tall boys. Like they have I don't know if you've seen the cans. They've got the dripping skulls, calligraphy, and they've got really creative flavors and names like Mango Chainsaw. Well, according to the brand spokesperson, Liquid Death's revenue jumped from $45 million last year to $130 million this year, and it's expected to double by 2023. The brand's success is largely due to entertainment, largely through organic posts, said VP of Marketing Greg Foss. Foss's skepticism towards corporate brands, hoping to cash in on his lifestyle, has pushed Liquid Death into a boundary-stretching creative unlike anything the beverage category has ever seen. The brand's advertising campaigns have capitalized on shock value, including tasing haters who gave incorrect answers in a blind taste test. Liquid Death has also produced long-form videos, such as a horror film and a 10-minute workout video. But when you think Liquid Death has taken the stunt marketing as far as it can go, it goes a little further. They got Travis Barker, the drummer from Blink-182, endorsing a limited edition Liquid Death Enema of the State Enema kit. Yes, it's a reference to Blink-182's classic 1999 album.
What's my secret? How did I marry the woman of my dreams? How have I had such a successful career in music? I use Liquid Death mountain water in my Thanks to my new signature Enema of the State collectible Enema kit, I've been able to turn my dreams into reality, and now you can too.
Enema of the State collectible Enema kit is a real enema kit that comes with its own 19.2-ounce can of Liquid Death mountain water. When used properly, Enema of the State can make you as successful as Travis Barker.
I use it, and now I'm the singer in a death metal band called Festering Corpse Puke.
I use it, and now I eat people far less often.
I use it, and now I'm at the front of the Human Centipede.
I use it, and now I can speak Mandarin. 不用害怕，这是水，用 Liquid Death 杀死你的口渴。
The Enema of the State collectible enema kit is not intended for use as a real medical device. Enema of the State should never be placed in or near your butthole without consulting a doctor first. Also, you should not place it in or near your friend's butthole without consulting them or their doctor first.
Each can of Liquid Death is personally signed by me. So what are you waiting for? Get yours at liquiddeath.com/enema. It'll be our secret. Okay, ready? Awesome.
The brand's popularity with younger demographics is reflected in the brand's internal data. 59% of its consumers are between the ages of 18 and 35, and 25% are members of Gen Z. Liquid Death has a 0.2 market share point in still water and a 1 share point in sparkling water by dollars, according to trade publication Beverage Digest. While small compared to the big bottlers and canned companies, the giants, the ones that I shall not name in this story, Liquid Death's revenue momentum is, quote, an enviable growth rate for a startup brand, quote, end quote, said Dwayne Stanford, editor and publisher of Beverage Digest. The brand embraces sustainability because its packaging doesn't use plastic, but the brand is avoided overtly plugging that benefit. Instead, it relies on how sustainability is ingrained in the product itself, with metal instead of plastic packaging, said Andy Pearson, VP of Creative. Liquid Death aims to compete with the cool factor of unhealthy brands such as energy drinks or beer that have traditionally overshadowed sustainability and health-focused brands. Now, this is another example where small business owners need to rip a page out of a playbook. Liquid Death's playbook is so ripe with ideas for you, not to copy, but to be inspired by. Not to be afraid to do things that are different, fun, quirky, maybe offensive. It depends on your brand, right? If you want to stand out in a sea of vanilla, you need to do better than chocolate. And if you need help figuring out how to do that, hit me up. Coming up, what's better than carpool karaoke? How about an entire bar? I'll tell you who's singing this brand's praises next.
The most nerdy. It's time for an Ad Nerds Podcast.
I've been in the ad game for almost 40 years, and I am a small business owner just like you. Forget those stuffy ad agencies and their boring AF ideas. It's time to turn up the volume to 11 with Ad Zombies. We're your creative business partner, crafting attention-grabbing, mind-blowing, ridiculously creative advertising and jingles. Think of us as the secret sauce ad agencies suck off their fingers, but without the agency price tag. So if you're ready for advertising that truly makes an impact, go to AdZombies.com today. Ad Zombies, ridiculously creative advertising.
Ad Nerds Podcast.
Ad Nerds Podcast.
Jim Beam, the 227-year-old American bourbon brand, is launching a new global ad campaign called People Are Good For You to reinvigorate its brand and strengthen its emotional connection with consumers. The campaign is meant to highlight the brand's authenticity and warmth while celebrating, quote, the energy and confidence that comes from all being connected, end quote, according to their global brand VP. The campaign's hero ad features a spontaneous barroom sing-along. The ad featuring Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline, if you haven't figured out yet, showcases the power of bringing people together and highlights the importance of social connection. The campaign also includes a refreshed visual identity for the Jim Beam bottle, its website, POS, point of sale materials as well. The redesigned label still features the Jim Beam look and logo, you know, that red stamp, but it's got a brand new bespoke typeface, and that's inspired by the past Jim Beam bottles. Its new packaging and visual identity launches in the U.S. and Japan in June and then rolls out to other markets later on. By the way, Jim Beam is the fourth largest U.S. bourbon brand, with sales growing at a single-digit rate in 2022, according to Beam Suntory. Jim Beam's pricier sister brand, Maker's Mark and Basil Hayden, have grown at a faster rate. Maker's Mark by 11% and Basil Hayden surged by 40%. The new Jim Beam ad campaign will run across broadcast TV, streaming, digital, and social media channels, featuring a 15, 30, and 60-second version. And they do plan on running the ad 5 times a week on cable and live sports leading up to Memorial Day and Father's Day. Leo Burnett, which was hired as the brand's global agency of record in September, created the campaign's creative. Britt Nolan, the president and chief creative officer of Leo Burnett, said Jim Beam's new platform gives fresh energy to a point of view that's always been at the core of this iconic brand's DNA. People are good for you. And we're proud to put work into the world that is genuinely optimistic and uplifting. Hey, if you're a fan of the Ad Nerds podcast, please do me a favor. Hit subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Give it a 5-star rating and a great review. I'd appreciate it. Well, that's the Ad Nerds podcast for today, Monday, May 1st, 2023. Spanky out. Thanks for listening and have a great Monday.